good because we won't watch. It's just going to be the entire video is us staring at the TV.
The TV is over here, so if we're not looking at that, that's because we're looking at that and wondering why we're doing the things that we're doing. What's up, guys? This is Amped episode 46. We ripped a thing off from somebody, but
Couple people.
we don't even care. How you like our new studio? This was the second studio that we were working on.
We finally got saucy and decided to decorate it.
Yeah.
We know you're all going to just pause this and stare at everything behind us, so I'll
lean out of the way for a minute.
We'll lean a bit for you. There you go. It's lots of...
That's pretty rare.
Way too much money.
That's really rare, too.
It's a problem. We also got this thing in. We'll talk about that later.
We'll probably talk about that. But yeah, ask questions. We answer them. That's how we do it. Put them down below in the doobly-doo. So it's a question and answer show. We're honest. I don't know why.
Sometimes.
No, we're usually 99% honest. I mean, the problem is that I don't know why we do it. It's definitely a detriment to our careers, but
for you.
But we do it for you. This episode we're probably going to get more done because Richie's not here.
Aww.
Let's just be honest.
Love you, Rich. I'll send the rest of the money for the Ozcam later.
You still have money. That's right.
I sent a payment.
Go for it. Let's do it. Let's do it to it.
Oh, it's a small one. Nate Lie. Why do I have rust inside my AGL?
You probably got water in it.
I don't know. Why do you have rust inside your AGL?
That's a thing that people do.
Damn, you still run that AGL. He hasn't upgraded to the IGL life.
Yeah, man. He's 2013, man.
I mean, can you... I haven't really talked to Biggs about that. Can you take like a pipe cleaner and kind of wipe it out?
Yeah, just wipe it out.
Get an appropriate size pipe cleaner. You should be able to knock it out. And then stop sticking it in water and mud.
No, I don't wanna. As a 6'6" individual that is also rather large at 220, I'm assuming pounds, maybe not kilos. What plate carrier should I get? Stones.
That's really heavy, actually.
Yeah, that's really heavy. What plate carrier should I get that doesn't look like a bib on me? I tried the 6094 and 0300 and none of them look right.
Whoa,
since
you're trying that style...
And 220, he's probably going to need at least...
Probably needs the B or the C.
He probably needs a B, so he needs like an APC large plate, or a JPC large, or...
If you were looking at the 6094, since those two are very similar, you gotta remember they have a bunch of sizes. Look on their website. You may need to get like a B or a C.
Yeah.
You may just need a bigger plate bag and cummerbund.
Yeah, you might need like an APC that's a size large plate bag with a large cummerbund.
You could even like LBT, if you want use their customer service, you could message them and see if they could help you out exactly. Maybe get some measurements of like your chest and your waist and stuff, and they'd be able to let you know what fits better.
Little divot, 2 fingers. That's the top of your plate. Should cut off right about here. Oh, you can't. Can you see that in the frame? Yeah, okay. So it should be like right about in here. About right about in here.
Yeah. We'll probably do a pleb to pro on how
to size your
plate carrier. That's actually a good one we haven't done yet.
Yeah, we should do that. How to pick the right size of plate carrier for you.
Ooh, this one's up your alley. Zenith Airsoft. What are the best 30 to 35 round M4 mags? Wanting to operate operationally with my Puman M4. Hashtag magflip. Hits our kill. I've gotten a call out on a magflip once. That was fun. Didn't hurt him.
Wow. Congratulations, dude.
It was one of my own guys.
No.
It's only Mag brand does the 30, right? The real. Who does the...
Ares. Ares does... You can buy a 10 box of like 30 round.
Mag does, though, I thought.
Ares does as well.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else. I mean, if you go...
Old school PTSP mags you could get in 30 rounders.
Or you could just get standard mid caps and just count 30 rounds.
Not an impossible move. A little tedious, though.
The easiest thing the easiest thing is take one of the pistol loaders. If you... A clear one, the better. Count 30 BBs and put them in the pistol loader and mark with a piece of tape where that fill line is. You mean, occasionally you'll be 25, occasionally you'll be 35, but
That's pretty smart too.
You could do that, and then the thing is like those 30 rounds will load very well because you have the spring power of like a 190 round or 120 round spring.
Yeah.
So those will load very well.
You could run if you had an ERG or a recoil shock, you could run their actual mags.
I'm assuming not, since
he wants to use a Tipman. I'm assuming that's what that sounded like. I don't know. Yeah, I know that we had the Aries ones at the shop, so I know those exist. And we had those like a month ago.
Yeah,
it might even still be on the shelf. Patrick Griffin, in your opinion, what type or brand BBs do you use? How about you go first? What do you use?
Oh, okay. He was one of the guys did a sub comment on this, and they referenced when you did your little spiel on 40.
Oh yeah.
Basically, as of right now, I run mainly Elite Force 3.2s. I've never had issues with them. They've run in almost every system I throw them at, and I really like them a lot. Just recently, I started using the Elite Force 2.5 tracers. Those are fun. Maybe we might have a video coming out from that from one of our local fields. And then I haven't ran them too much yet, but we've gotten another test batch of 4s in for
White
HPA
4s.
guns of like real close in quality to the Mad Bulls. We're still doing a lot of testing to them.
Yeah, we're still trying them out.
Yeah, mainly I run 3.2s because I found that's the best weight to kind of distance ratio that I can get. Like, you know, Sans trying to do the whole joules versus FPS versus BB weight description. I found that 3.2s are kind of that nice middle zone where they carry enough weight where they're accurate enough, but they're not like a 4 where it travels like half the speed. Yep. So I found that they travel fast enough where I kind of have my sights and everything zeroed, but they're not...
To chrono legal with 3s to 3.2s, you got to be shooting about 325 FPS.
Yeah, roughly.
That's about 4. That equals to about a 2 at 400.
Most of the companies are about 1.55 joules.
Yeah,
so it's like 365
with a 2.5,
I think.
Yeah, so like 330 with a 3.2, like basically the same answer as him. Like, my thing is sure, I love really expensive BBs that fly really well, but I need also to have guns that can run on readily available ammo.
Yeah,
because of how much we play.
Just always comes in. They're always consistent batch to batch, because that's the thing is like we've noticed with a lot of other brands, they can be really good or kind of eh.
Yeah. So like that's what I do. So especially since like with Milsim West where they give you ammo, you don't bring your own. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean you could, but that's a whole other issue. That's a giant pain in your ass that you just honestly don't want to do. You want to build a gun that shoots what they give you. Mm-hmm. I just find that like they're the best, highly available, consistent shooting brand of BBs out as of the recording of this. Things obviously change all the time.
Yeah.
But that's what I use. I use Elite Force 3.2s for all my HPA guns, and when I use AEGs, I use Elite Force 2.5s.
I've been dabbling into the Crytek 2.8s for AEGs.
That's
kind of that nice.
I think those are the old KSC BBs. I think those are rebranded KSC BBs, which were also pretty good. I used to use those a lot back in Ohio when no one knew anything heavier than a 2.5 gram BB. I was rocking those baby blue 2.3s like it was my job when I first started playing.
8 years ago, it was scary to move to 2.3s.
Yeah,
if you remember 2.3s, then I know how old you are.
Mm-hmm. I was like, man, these 2.3s are like amazing. They're so much heavier. They hit so much harder. Like nerds.
That was back when 2.5s were like, these suck.
Yeah, 2.5s are stupid.
My gun shoots so slow. I don't understand pop-up or range and consistency.
You could only get them in black for a while, too, which was funny. It's like, got these 2.5 sniper BBs.
Not even going to try that name.
Sorry, bro.
Now. I'm just going to call you Now, sorry.
Or later.
I'm white and I'm stupid. Hey, Amped. I've been taking a look at the Cry Precision Airlight plate carrier, and I can't seem to find much about it in the way of overviews or reviews. Do you guys have any experience or knowledge about it? Thanks. Love the show. # cry about it. Of course.
Okay.
I have not actually seen that much.
I have seen one before. I'm going to be... Yeah, see, welcome to my world. We're
white. I suck.
White boys. I have tried one on. I'm going to be real honest.
Oh, you have?
Yes. I've
Who
tried
had
it. With some dude in an event.
Oh, okay.
I was like, is that the Airlight? And he's like, yeah.
Bam!
And he let me look at it. I was like, do you mind if I try it on? What size is this? He's like... It was like a medium, and I was like, all right, I'll just try it on.
Oh, that's like the game 2 years ago. I made a guy take his Wendy off so I could take a look at it.
Yeah.
Whoops.
But, You're just everyone's so excited for that.
Sorry. Keep going.
Anyway, so like, it's all Hypalon. So it's all water. It's waterphobic, hydrophobic. Sorry, that sounded really stupid. It's all hydrophobic. It's all stain resistant, and it's all stretch and tear resistant. Hypalon has like a tensile pull strength in a straight line of like 250 pounds or something like that. And what it is it's nylon that's impregnated with a rubber material. Mm-hmm. The Airlight plate carrier has a lot. It's basically the stuff that's on the back of BBwarz gear pouches. If you guys are I don't actually this rudder rack has a little bit of Hypalon right here. If you can see it in the frame, can you see it? Yeah, you can see it in the frame. So that's Hypalon right there on this Tactical Tailor rudder rack.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Sponsored by Tactical Tailor.
Probably gonna fall, but
yeah, it'll be fine. If it falls, it falls. But and so it's one of those plate carriers where they're just trying to like cut out everything that could make weight.
Mm-hmm. Or anything that could add weight with water, obviously.
So like there's almost no nylon on it. It's a laser cut, so there's no molly stitched to it. But if you want my honest opinion, the Cry Precision one really isn't anywhere near as good as the first couple brands of plate carriers that started doing that first, which is either your First Spear Strandhog or STT or your BBwarz gear.
Plate minus?
The plate minus, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a V1 and a V2. Mm-hmm. I feel those are far superior to the Cry Precision offering.
Yep.
But the big thing with Cry is it has the name Cry on it, so dudes are like... yeah, they get like super excited about it, so like... I'm not a big fan of it. Like, I tried it on and it just felt so like... It's because there was so...
Alien.
Well, there was so much cut from it. Mm-hmm. And like, the dude had plates in it to try to like fill it out, and it just like... I snagged it on things just putting it on because, like, it has so much stuff cut from it.
Yeah.
Where there's, like, thin little strips of it, and you can see the plates right through. It's not my thing. If you want, like, a Hypalon plate carrier, I'm telling you, definitely look into the First Spear Strandhog or the STT from SKD. Yeah. That's the Strandhog for SKD.
It's like that one's Diet Strandhog.
It's a little bit cheaper. It has a lot of the same features, though.
Yeah, you basically have the same design. It's just they take off some of like the Gucci stuff.
Yeah, so they take off some of the redundant stuff.
At a quick glance, you can't really tell the difference.
Exactly. And then the BBwarz gear plate minus. I think those are far superior. If you want my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Those are both Hypalon plate carriers that are super light. If you're into Hypalon as a material and you want other stuff, you can get the BBwarz gear belt minuses and rack minuses. You can get Plat Attack is getting ready to come out with an all Hypalon chest rig that has closed-topped magazine pouches. It's only like the size of a Haley, but it can carry 6 mags and 3 closed-top mag pouches. Mm-hmm. It has 2 frags and a radio pouch.
It's called the...
I forget what it's called.
It's got a cool name. It's like Frag Ammo Bomb or something like that.
And it's all Hypalon, so you can soak it in water and it doesn't retain weight from the water. But there's a bunch of cool products coming out. Lots of manufacturers, like I said, like Tactical Tailor, they're like starting to utilize this material because it's super great. It's abrasion resistant. It's chemical resistant. You can wash it with soap and water.
Yeah.
You can get it wet. It doesn't absorb weight. It's like it's cool. But yeah, the plate minus or the Airlight. Not my thing. It's not my thing.
That was your
I think you pulled it, but I answered it.
I don't know. I've never seen one.
It's
in person.
It's okay. Like, I'm not gonna like hate on it because I mean it's still nice. It's still a nice plate carrier, but it's not as nice as those other two. The Mighty Aiden. Hey, Amped, what do you think of minors at Milsim games? I'll be 16 in September, and I'd like to think I'm a somewhat mature person. Me and my Battle Boo, proper uses of Battle Boo, congratulations, would like to hit up a Milsim West game where we know that 16-year-olds can play with a waiver, but we wanted to know if that was a good idea. Thanks, Cry Tears from Oregon. Cry, lol, cry. I see what you did there. Yeah, dude.
Did you?
I've had, as a Milsim West cadre guy, I've had lots of younger dudes around like 16 be in my different platoons at different Milsim West games.
I met a lot of kids that
it's more so a mindset.
Show up by themselves and they do way better than half the adults.
It's a mindset thing. That's the big thing about Milsim West is that I don't care how old you are. Physically, I care about how old you are mentally. Like,
Well, that's what I said. Like,
You got to have what's called an old soul, basically.
At
like, you have to...
Grozny, we had both spectrums. We had a 16-year-old kid, and we had a dude who was well into his 60s.
They both did awesome.
Yeah, they kicked ass compared to like dudes our age who got quit.
I'm sad, and then they
so
quit.
like those, it's not an age thing. It's not it's not an extreme physicality thing. Like there is some science and math to that, but like it doesn't. We had both spectrums there, and
you have to
they
be
were fine.
Basically, you need to be a younger man with an older soul. Mm-hmm. You just gotta know when to be quiet, know when to relax, know when to listen.
The old dude was fucking awesome.
The old dude was a ghost, dude. He was a murder
building
machine.
We stayed in Saturday night. He just ended up. No one our watch kept getting messed up, and he ended up watching the downstairs floor by himself for like hours on end. And like Bauer, I think, went down to talk to him, and he was just chatting the guy up. The guy just had his gun and like a whoopee to stay warm.
Yeah, he just made a little TT.
And Bauer was just down there like doing rounds, talking to him, and the guy was just like. He and then told Bauer shh and just wandered out, and then he's like da-da-da! He walked up over a berm and shot 2 Russians that were 20 feet outside the building.
Tried to sneak into our building. Yeah,
that was it.
Did he just nonchalant? Didn't even care to search them. He just left them out there in the cold.
Just shot him and they sat there for 5 minutes.
He just walked back in, got back in his little teepee, and continued his conversation with Bauer like nothing happened.
Bauer's just worth it.
No, dude, I'm cool. If you want to show up to a game, man, I'm cool if you being there.
Yeah. Just don't quit.
Yeah, just don't quit. That's all I care. It's ready to go.
My name is Matt. Welcome to Jackass.
You good? Tell me when you're ready.
I'm not, but fuck me. Give me another. It's not as bad as I thought.
You said butt. I aimed for your belt line.
No, your first one hit my belt. My belt saved me. Alright. Money.
Alright.
Fuck.
Alright.
Last one. It burns!
Lift my boys up out of the way. Right,
Graze him from underneath.
yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Is that the spine?
No, it's off the side.
Alright, I'm gonna give you an ass shot. You ready?
There's something in his pocket.
Hit the self. I'm gonna try not blow your wallet apart. Yeah, put that. Ready? Alright. Anybody else?
One more time. I'm not.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's cool.
That is not pleasant. In the same spot. All right, we're rolling back at it.
I would answer all of it. No, I won't.
We probably won't. We have too many sidebar conversations.
We do. Want a cookie? Want a cookie? God, oh Jesus! You trumped me, sir. Trumped.
Make a Trump great
It
again.
is. It is Wednesday. And it feels like Monday. Hello, Amped. I understand that the blank firing guns at MSW events add to the immersion of the event. However, my question is, how do these people kill others? Do they? Thanks for all your hard work.
Do you want the tax op guy to answer that? Okay. Sorry.
Well,
okay.
Just let him know basically because it was after Jump where they kind of had the respond to blank fire, correct?
Basically,
just kind of throw that at him.
Okay, so midway through last year, they used to have a thing where if someone shot at you with a blank fire weapon at MSW, you had to take the kill. The big problem was that blank fire guns are super cool and they add to the game immensely. I feel that they add a real feel and they really motivate dudes to do stuff.
Watch our videos, just like dudes going back and forth in the background. It makes stuff sound.
It makes it so much cooler.
Yeah.
So what they did was they turned the rule around so that they made it so that blank fire kills. If someone is shooting at you with a blank fire gun, it's a courtesy for you to take the kill. You're not required to take the kill, but you are required to react as if you are getting shot at. So, because what would happen is dudes with blank fire guns would stay like 700 meters away.
Yeah.
And then just be like, and just shoot at a bunch of dudes in the open, and then they'd all be like, well, I guess we're dead.
Yeah.
And because they're carrying airsoft guns, there's literally nothing they can do about that, right?
Yeah, you can't shoot that far.
You can't shoot that far, and your gun's not loud, so it's not like you can go, and then he's like, oh, he's shooting at me too.
Safety kill!
So, like, they basically made it a courtesy, but what they do require is that you have to react.
Which I think is pretty cool. Basically, which means just run away or take cover.
Dive behind a rock, or if you know a dude has you dead to rights, like if he's shooting and then you turn and you just see the dude like looking at you, you should be like,
yeah.
Because like at Grozny, for example, me and a group of like 4 dudes, we started ghosting around and we killed a bunch of dudes in their sleep and we were having a ball. And then Josh Warren actually came out of the mosque building in Shelby and literally was like about 100 yards away from us, and he just leveled that blank fire AK at us and started hosing us, and I just looked and I was like, yeah, we're dead. And then we all just were like, and just laid down. Because there was nowhere for us. In real life, there would have been nowhere for us to go. Like, we would have just died. Like, there's no do-over for that. So, can you get kills with blank fire? Yes. Do the guys have to take the death if they don't want to? No, but they have to react to it as if they were getting shot. So, no sitting still. No silhouetting yourself up on a hill. No just standing there and being like, like you're Iron Man and just taking it. Like, you have to do something.
It's well-known dudes who
basically don't be a dick.
Yeah, it's well-known dudes who bring blank fire. They're spending a lot more extra money because, like, they're not given blank fire. They're using their real firearm.
Their real
blank rounds to add to your level of, like, coolness and making our YouTube videos cool. So thank you, blank fire dudes.
Like Tom. Tom did that at Jump, and that was super hilarious.
So the coolest thing I think the coolest thing, unless a dude literally pops you, like, outside 25 feet, because you can't
be within 20
sound, but
the minimum you're not supposed to engage people within like 30 feet. Absolute closest you can be next to someone and shoot it is 20 feet.
Yeah,
because they don't want you to be like right up on top of someone.
Yeah, and a dude doesn't have ear pro.
And he doesn't have ear pro, and you're just like, and you just like blaze away. Like,
but yeah, if you look up videos for Jump to Rostov, yeah. JTR
was the one we were just at.
There's a lot of cool videos where, like, dudes would come up over, like, the crest of a hill and start blank firing. You see, like, little teeny ants out in the distance, like, scatter. That's, I think, the coolest thing the blank fires for.
Especially at night, what a lot of blank fire dudes do is they run... Well, a lot of blank fire guys mount Airsoft 203s and shoot tags out of it.
Yeah, so they can at least
so that if dudes do get close or they don't want to call it, they can start launching tags as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of blank fire dudes also put visible lasers on their weapons so that when they start shooting at somebody, the laser will be on that dude that they're aiming at. So if that dude is being shot at and the laser's on him, he knows that he's the one being shot at and he should do something. That way they don't just, like, wander around and just stare at stuff. Because, to be fair, a lot of the guys who go to these events aren't military, so they don't know what it's like to actually be shot at, and they don't know the difference between rounds that are, well, they're not rounds, but the noise coming at you versus the noise going away from you.
Yeah.
They have, so, like, the laser from a lot of guys actually really does help, too.
Which I think that's a good idea, but that's, again,
it's not required.
It's another monetary thing.
It's not required. Mule. Wow. That is, like, the easiest YouTube name ever. Thank you. Thank you for not having, like...
I've seen that thumbnail before, so that's either the same dude changed it, or that's just a bunch of dudes have that photo.
It's literally a bunch, probably, because, like...
I'll assume that.
It says Niet. And then there's a little tear coming from that little Slavy dude's face. A little tear.
God.
Sup, Amped. I'm currently budgeting for my plate carrier setup, but I'm in a rock and a hard place. I'm 6'1", 260 pounds, defensive lineman. Oh, cool. I'm fairly large, so my question is, what player carrier should I get? Mayflower, APC, and large, extra large, or any other of your own suggestions for the big guys. Thank you so much for what you do for the community. Have a good rest of your day. Hashtag PCs for big guys. Hashtag fuck.
No. I might bleep that one.
Way to sneak that one in there. Because you knew I would read. I'm like Ron Burgundy. I read everything. Like, I'm like, who put the question at the end?
If we ever got a teleprompter, it'd be the
Ron
end of
Burgundy?
everything.
Basically, like, we just answered this, actually. But, yeah, you might need a 6094 B or C. The Mayflower large, extra large is probably a safe bet for you.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with basically, when dudes, I wholeheartedly suggest this. When you want to get a
Chest
plate
rigs.
carrier, no, I'm saying, well,
Chest rigs.
Well, I always am starting to run solely chest rigs.
Yeah.
But like, this is a dude who had to wear a plate carrier for real for long stretches of time.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you have guys that have them, people that have the model that you want, try it on.
Yeah.
Just try it on. Ask them to just see if they can like let you try it on, and then have them help you put it on so that they can adjust it to your fit and see if it's comfortable. Because that's the hardest thing. I feel so bad for dudes. Like, Dom was having problems with his FCPC. Not really having problems, but he was just kind of like, it's uncomfortable.
Just after what game? A recent game, he said he was having like shoulder, his shoulders are a little hurt.
So then and Dom's, he's not a big guy, but the same thing would apply to you too.
Yeah.
Basically, like, I put the plate bag where it's supposed to be on his torso, and then I was like, hold that there. And then I started adjusting all the straps, and then I grabbed the back plate and put it where it's supposed to be, and I'm like, hold that there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started adjusting all the straps, and then I adjusted the cummerbund for him, and then he was just like, that is way better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, the big thing with plate carriers and chest rigs is that you need to buddy aid each other. You guys need to help each other put them on and get them sized the first time. Because then once you do that once, you never have to, unless you're like me and you love cake and deep fried food.
That Italian place we went to today. I'm like I
feel so gross.
I feel my body getting worse as we sit here.
You ever
eaten like Italian deli that's so good you want to die?
Yeah, you're just content. Your heart can just stop. You're like, ugh.
That's so bad.
It's so bad. But it was delicious.
Oh,
but anyways, you should be good with a large, extra large.
We'll do a Pleb to Pro.
We're going to do a Pleb to Pro because we've now gotten enough questions about it. I think it's time that we do one.
Yeah, and we see it enough as like an issue that like it's something that can be addressed
because
easily.
a lot of dudes get the wrong size plate carrier, or they try to get the one size fits all plate carriers.
Yeah.
And those are not made for every size of dude.
That's the other
That's a lie.
The other end is like tiny dudes who get like a full size MOPC or all that
stuff.
stuff.
I know. I just want to be like, oh, my sweet summer child, I will fix you. Just listen to me.
Yep.
I am here for you.
I am Koopa. Do you guys plan on carrying more Plat Attack, or at least the Mark III pants once they release more colors?
Ooh. Yes.
I would like to. I would love to. I'm not sure if we're going to carry other Plat Attack gear, but little birdies are saying there might be another batch of the Woodland pants.
Yeah, little birdies are saying that we're getting another batch of pants.
And like in our release video that we stated,
I would like to get the multicams.
Yeah, the Mark IIIs are going to be their new combat pants. So once those start to release, I wouldn't see it as being a problem if we start carrying like standard multicam ones. I think that'd be cool. I'd like to get a set because then.
Yeah, I would use them. I like those pants, man.
And also the knee pads.
They're in here somewhere. In this.
Yours are
swag
buried over there.
They're over
mine
here.
Are,
wait.
Mine are
there you
here.
go. There's the they're right there.
They're hiding. The internal knee pad part just for guys who care or have a lot of stuff, they fit in the Cry like field pants.
Yeah, because
like,
it's a two-piece knee pad.
Yeah.
If you take the foam part, you can put that in Cries.
Yeah, you just obviously, unless you like punch holes in them, you can't put the hard plastic outer shell. But
yeah,
I think the internal ones are really comfortable. They need broken in a little bit.
I love the internal pads though.
Yeah.
In like an LBX field pant or in a Cry field pant, those internal pads are so nice. Those are so nice. My turn?
Yup.
So nice. I think the pads are worth it. Just get the pads. The pads are swank, dude. I love the pads. Catch my babies. hey guys, I'm doing a road to whatever feat series on YouTube. The longest distance.
To whatever.
Yeah.
I had to read
the longest
that
distance you've gotten I know. I'm kind of potato, so like let's just be fair. What is the longest distance you've gotten a gun to shoot? Non-sniper DMR. I was thinking to aim for 350 feet. That's a fucking far shot for a BB gun.
Woo! Woo! A little ambitious there.
350 feet. Damn.
Talk to Dobie.
Yeah. The goal would be to hit a head-sized target 5 out of 10 shots from said goal distance. Okay. That's pretty cool. Here's what I would say. In Airsoft, a hit anywhere on your body is a kill. Unlike the real life, where a hit in your core vital regions, your ocular cavity, because puncturing this part of your head at long range for some small calibers is kind of hard. That's why they teach you to train for this area of your head. So like a 22 at a long distance is not going to go through your...
killer over here. Shit.
I'm just saying. So like... I would actually expand your target. Dude, that's so fucking cool.
Oh, I can't wait to shoot this later.
Can't wait to shoot each other. We're going to totally mess each other up with that.
The video's going to be bad.
But, like, since you can hit someone anywhere, I say go for an entire...
How many times have you shot somebody in, like, the toe or the fingertip at a game?
And it counts.
It's so poopy.
And it counts. So, like, more realistically for Airsoft, people who are like, oh, I want to get, like, a super tight grouping, like... I just want to get a gun that can, at a specific range, can hit, like, a torso. I need to hit this. It's a pretty big target. Yeah. So that's a more realistic goal, I think, than to aim for, like, a small grouping, like a headshot grouping or something like that. I think it's more realistic to do a setup that can build a setup for a torso size.
I think
now
what you're trying to do is ambitious. I mean, like,
no, I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I think it's pretty cool.
If you want to do something that's like,
because we were thinking of doing it too.
We have something in the plans for that. If you are going to do
It'll be like all of our other great ideas that we talk about and then we never do.
We just get buried in so much nonsense.
Like this. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Document it all. Even if it's just on a GoPro or something, document everything you do. Like, hey, this is the gun I'm using. Show yourself building it. You know, you could do like a time lapse.
If you want to put tamper tape on it so that way haters don't get all
show,
hater
in unless you got some mad secrets you're hiding, show like what your barrel and hop-up setup is. Do all your alignment checking, show your ammo weight.
Put a GoPro at the end next to your target, as well as a camera
settings,
next to you, so that way, and you sync the footage.
I'm fairly certain he uses HPA.
Yeah, I believe
so. So, show what, like, regulator, tank setup, whatever you're using, like... Just be very in-depth, because a lot of people always they like to spurg and see all the little details. They like to spurg,
and then they love to make unsubstantiated claims about how good their guns shoot. That drives me nuts.
Yep.
Because then what happens is they assume that their gun shoots so well, and then when they shoot at somebody and they don't call out, they instantly assume that dude is a cheater, when in actuality, seriously, it's a spherical, lightweight projectile coming out of a smooth bore.
They're not accurate.
They're not accurate. Even the best airsoft guns are not considered accurate by any stretch of, like, a real firearm.
The best thing I can say to do is, I know a lot of kids don't want to do this because they don't want to get shot by their own gun, but have one of your friends either, like, try and get, like, your gun...
benched.
If you can't bench it, get, like, a sandbag or something that can kind of keep the gun steady. Have one of your buddies shoot it at you. You get your iPro and all your protection on and go
get shot.
Go out, go 50 feet, 75, 100, and see how the rounds look coming at you. Because it's completely different looking.
From what you're seeing versus what they're doing when they're out there.
Yep. There's so many dudes who like...
BBs also take a very large percentage of your accuracy, so make sure you have really good BBs when you do this.
Yeah. Or try multiple types of weights.
The other part of that question was, what is the longest shot you have ever achieved with one of your guns?
Oh, Jesus. I'm not going to lie. It might have been the weekend at MSATO, a gold member with the...
Mark II?
The Mark II, and that's a 363, right?
Yes, that is a 363.
A 363 with a Pro-Win.
Green?
G&G green. One of our purple flat hops, a Promi purple standard nub, and the Poseidon barrel that we're trying out.
The new Poseidon test barrel that we have.
Oh God, I just know it was It was.
If it's where I'm thinking you were shooting at people, that was
It's
pretty
when you.
stupid.
It's when you and I were up in that
I had
porch, like taking the pot shots.
I had the F1,
Yeah.
the Pinyan barrel with a pro win, or no, it was a stock VFC. No, it was a Pinyan F1 stock VFC bucking.
Yeah, the
stock
hopper
CFC,
was all stock.
and me and him were pooping on some dudes.
You had a good 10 more feet on me than I had.
It was so funny. We were
How far away was that? I'd have.
we were uphill pretty far though too.
That's the thing is like that. Another
that-
thing is like we're adding. We had the elevation advantage, so I'm like.
So like the longest shot that I have that's recorded by
Irene
somebody
one?
was from Irene. So this is a fun story. So
Well, the funny thing is it's with a short barrel.
so like I had a Mark 18, so a 10-inch barreled gun.
Oh, it was your.
It was my few. No,
You sure?
no. Well, that was my second one.
Oh, this is a different one.
No, this was at Zussman.
Uh-oh.
My first super long range confirmed on film kill.
Uh-oh.
Because this was when I wasn't recording. John was recording me.
Yeah.
And what happened was I was up on top, and we were at Zussman, and I was up on top of the embassy on the first scenario at Irene. So whatever the last Irene was, it was Zussman. It was years ago. Okay. There was some dudes way the fuck far out there. Like way the fuck far out there. And they were in the open trying to clear like this one random building that was straight in front of us because they just assumed that they were far enough out that they couldn't get shot. Now I did something dirty, I'm not gonna lie, because I had a zoom optic on my Mark 18. I had an ACOG on it. And it had a fusion engine with an Orga build, a Pro Win, and a flat hop.
Yeah.
And what I did was I kind of ranged in by shooting a group of dead dudes that were right next to them. Because what do dead dudes do? As soon as a dead dude gets hit, okay, he's running, he gets shot once, he's like, oh, I'm hit. But as soon as a dead dude gets hit with one extra BB, he's like, oh! Like, he starts like freaking out, like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. And so what I did was I basically like ranged in by shooting the dead dudes because I knew they would overreact. Because they would just be like,
Jesus.
what the fuck? So then when I figured out how far it was, I was using Mad Bull .4s, by the way.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I basically, when I figured out the trajectory and how to like do the elevation with the scope, I basically just moved over and I killed like 3 dudes and it was at like 120 yards because I used Google Earth.
Oh, Jesus.
It was like 120 yards away. Total bullshit. Not even skill based. Literally just like, right about there.
Windage. Nope.
Pip, 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 pip. Oh, I got him! Total bullshit. Not skill-based at all. Just because that's the thing with airsoft. Smooth bore, smooth BBs, rounded. Like, they just don't shoot well.
What's up, guys? I got a question today, and we're going to talk about what you guys think of due diligence. So here's the deal. We have a thing that constantly happens to us, being that we work in the industry and people want to ask us questions. Not a problem. That's actually fine. But do you guys have the same issue I do when people will not do the due diligence that's required of them? You know, basically trying to become educated about the things they want to try to use. It kind of tweaks me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever dudes just want you to feed them their FCU settings, for example. Like, what should I run this at? Instead of going out and reading the manual and then going out and shooting their gun and tuning their gun. Maybe it's just me, but, you know, maybe I'm old, might be a thing. But maybe, like, we should all expect each other to probably put in a little due diligence to learn how to do the craft, the BBwarsing, learn how to run your gear, learn how to run your gun, you know, learn how to work with a group of dudes. Putting in due diligence will get you very far. And it's a life lesson that will get you very far in life as well. So I'm just saying, maybe we can all impress upon all of our fellow battle buddies to kind of go with it and, you know, put some work in and get good. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Like I said, I'm old, so whatever. See you later. Oh, I forgot my box. Shit.
We did some stuff. Go in and get some more questions.
Couple stuck to the bottom here. Benjamin Kiefer again. So, how long until airsoft companies realize that the want for a new production full-size FAL, AEG, or gas blowback is real? And secondly, I was like, it is?
Dude,
And secondly,
I would love an FAL.
until that pipe dream is realized, where could a person find an unmolested KA FAL?
King Arms.
Whoa.
Those were nice, man.
I have not seen one of those in...
That was before King Arms went to shit.
Aw.
They did, I'm sorry. After, like, a certain point, King Arms kind of went to shit. If you're a King Arms fanboy, I'm sorry. I'm just being straight with you. I think they went to shit. It's kind of like old school classic army versus
This video does not reflect the opinions of Amped Airsoft.
Well, we don't carry any King Arms, so there's that.
I think we have a couple of things left in like the clearance bin still.
Yeah, I think we have some clearance bins, leftover parts, but like the King Arms one was really nice.
Geez,
Star used to make a really nice FAL as well. They were also like one of the first ones to do the LED5.
G has one that's like not in the country.
Yeah,
Probably. They make like everything.
Maybe.
That's what I can't remember.
I guess right now probably the best in country that you could do is probably the Echo one.
Probably.
It's not too great. They're called
At least-
SOF,
that's
Special
what I mean,
Operations Forces or something.
I'm assuming it's mostly TM spec.
It's to ish around. Those actually shoot okay. They're not bad, and those are modeled after the classic Army ones.
Yeah.
So they make
the TM.
Yeah, so they're like, they have like the OSW or the SA-58.
Mm-hmm.
They have like the carbine length FAL, and they have like a longer one, I think, or a shorter one. I don't know, but they have two with the regular handguard and then one little short one with the rail. But they have like, I do know one thing: the Echo one does have like the most ridiculously hard bolt release. Like you charge it to mess with the hop up, and then when you hit the bolt release, it's like whack. Like that would actually like hurt your finger or something if you had your finger in there when it went. Like
Take a nail off.
It's pretty violent. Now, where would you find a King Arms one? Dude, your best bet probably be overseas.
I mean, you could put feelers out on the used groups, maybe.
Used, like well, you can't do it on Facebook anymore.
Yeah,
Lol.
try
Forums.
Reddit or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
try it on Reddit. See if anybody contacts you.
Go for it.
It would be super sweet though.
Yeah.
Oh man, it would be super sweet. I love FALs. They're so cool. Hunter Engel. Hey Amp, what do you guys think about either y'all producing or major companies producing project guns? Basically, this would be a gun that would be specifically be used as a project gun. It would have good externals like nice metal receivers, one-piece outer barrels, room to fit a pro in, good gearbox shell, and like no other internals. Like if Crytek at SPR had all the great externals and gearbox shell and then nothing else, and it would be called something like the Crytek SPR project gun.
Basically, what he wants is
a challenge kit.
He wants a challenge kit that he can put a drop-in.
He wants a challenge kit. Sistema's been doing that for years, and they call them challenge kits. Actually, basically,
but he just wants to drop like an F1 or a Polar stuff.
Because just in general,
something.
even a good AEG build. Because Sistema did that a long time ago because PTWs are fucking expensive. So like, what?
Not assembled, it was like 1,000 or 900.
Yeah, and then assembled, it was like 16. It was like a $500 difference just to have it put together.
Labor.
So like, what they did was they were like, yeah, I mean, if you think you know what you're doing, here's the challenge kit. And then so many PTWs were murdered before they were even born.
Yep.
Because dudes would be like, I know what I'm doing. Oh, boo. And then they would just ruin them. And
I got a drop of water on it.
Oh, I got a drop of water on it, caught on fire. Oh, I exposed the sensor to the sunlight. Oh, it's dead. Like
poor child.
Poor PTWs. And like, so many of them died. But no, I don't think that's a bad idea.
I think it could be a cool thing, like, literally just the shell and I don't know where the...
Or, what would be cool is if people could... I know some companies do this, and it's very... But what they do is they allow this for their customers to do... Basically what they do is they have a website, they go, here's your thing, click all the crap you want, and then we'll assemble it for you and send it to you.
That was the big thing with the PTWs back in the day.
Yeah.
Was like there was like a couple shops in Ohio when they really became big.
Airsoft Smith, right?
I think they did. There was a couple other Combat Depot. I think Blade. Little shout out from a decade ago. I think they used to. What they would do is you could buy the challenge kit for like 900 or whatever it was, and then for like a small fee they would assemble it for you. Mm-hmm. So you basically get it for like 1,200 instead of the
16,
15 or whatever.
You get
it was.
like for like $200-300 off. Yeah.
I know a lot of dudes. That's how they got theirs. I think it'd be a good idea. We could do like just a line.
It would be actually really easy.
Sick externals.
basically kind of similar to that idea, but to make it more field expedient so that we don't have to bog down our tech department.
Yeah.
Instead of making an a la carte gun that we build for the wannabe techs out there or guys who want to learn or do their own stuff, we have all the drop down menus for all of the parts that they would need, and then we just ship them the shell with all the parts. Like same idea,
cool.
and then be like, "There
So
you go,
you're saying
man."
basically a tech build without the tech fee.
Without any of the tech fees associated
So you
with the
want
build.
these gears, this ratio, this spring,
Yep.
everything.
Then you just let them go click, 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 and be like, "All right, man, we're gonna box it all. Good luck."
Not warranted.
Good luck, bro. Siege Tech warranties their gears. You should probably buy those.
So expensive.
So expensive.
It could be a thing.
I think it's not a bad idea. No, because especially like for HPA guns and stuff.
That's
Like-
the thing is we get so many dudes, and I'm assuming what you're going after is so many dudes who don't want to buy
A whole gun.
a brand new AEG and then have to just gut the internals.
Because
which
I've been doing
I don't blame you.
I've been doing Polar Stars since 2011 or 12.
Yeah.
And like I can't I've bought like at least 3 or 4 no more than that.
You
Probably like,
didn't fire a single round out of your Crytek SPR as an AEG.
Nope, not a single round. I didn't fire a single round out of my hilariously the Gay BBwarz. I didn't fire a single round out of that either.
Oh.
I was like, this thing looks ugly. Let's put my Polar Star in it to troll people.
Derp.
Doop. And so no, I never fired a single round out of that as an AG either. My M16, never fired a round out of that as an AG. Only fired about 3 mags out of my G3 as an AEG.
Oh, G3.
Poor G3. I'm sorry. It's sitting off screen.
RAP and T's.
Rest in pepperonis.
Ryan F. What Yote type backpack would you recommend for airsoft and hiking and camping? I mean, if you just want a Yote, you go with Granddaddy Eagle Industries. Like that's the OG.
That's the OG one. First Spear TYR makes one. I
like the Plat Attack.
I really like the Plat Attack Eagle.
It's always out of
Yote.
stock.
That's always out of stock. They
all are.
I also really like the Milspec Monkey Tactical Tailor Boss Beaver. That's the one I have.
What I am doing right now.
Because I got it right here too. Look,
Waiting on parts to get here.
so you can take this.
What I'm doing.
These Plat Attack Echo packs.
Yeah, so basically just a standalone Plat Attack Echo. It's Molly on only right now. Plat Attack, their website sells a shoulder strap kit.
All these little buckles things right here.
And then also the little helmet nest or hut. So you can literally buy 2 extra sets of things, and then I'm gonna turn this into a little Yote assault pack. And this is probably gonna be my MSW assault pack. I've always loved this pack. There's so much going on with it, but it's still compact and usable.
They don't even really sell that actual pack anymore,
Yeah,
and it was so ahead of itself. Like,
so if you don't
so
have one of
cool.
these or something similar, because like you could buy the shoulder strap kit for like the GMR or Minimap, and he also sells a shoulder strap kit that
he's a
we
single,
may be carrying.
He's got
in the
the
next
single one.
batch.
Yeah,
End of the month.
maybe.
Like we said, Plat Attack discontinued this exact model. What they do now, Zach has one. It's basically what I'm turning this into. But the only difference is it has 2 Sonon like miniature pontoons.
Yeah,
And like the
for
stuff
like
is more
water
connected.
bottles and
Yeah.
stuff, and then it's got
And
the beaver tail for the head for your helmet hutch already like stitched on. Like
it's that stitched
it is
with
a yoke.
netting, and then the only difference in the new ones is this back piece is actually Hypalon, so that's much more sturdy to
And
be
lighter.
worn. Yeah,
Remember what we just said about Hypalon?
it's pretty swaggy.
It's pretty swaggy.
So I mean, if you're
me and Matt both have those packs. Those packs are very nice.
if you're good with like
got
ITW
mine.
buckles and stuff like that, you can get like shoulder strap kits for $30. And
You can buy
bam, good to
M-Dom
go.
ones.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But if you just want to literally, bam, buy one, I'd always say look for the Eagle.
the Eagle's gonna be
The
expensive.
Eagle is like, it's kind of the trend center. That's what did it.
Yeah, the Boss
So-
Beaver is basically an adapt pack with the helmet hutch.
Yeah, if
beaver
you
tail
want
on
one much bigger than the standard ones.
it. The Boss Beaver is huge.
You
dude.
ran that as your rucksack at JTR.
At JTR, that was my actual main ruck, and then, well, because I had to fly out to California to play, and so I was like, well, I can't carry as much stuff as I normally do, so I used that as a ruck, and then I had the adapt pack as my A bag, and like that worked just fine.
Yeah.
That worked. The only problem I had was when right before we went on the field, MSW likes to use their sponsorships for like pyro,
yeah.
And so they were like, Enola Gay showed up, because all the dudes from Enola Gay were super cool. They all showed up, and they were like, this is all for the cadre guys. And then, like, Brian and Josh walked up to me.
Smoke grenades.
They literally handed me 20 grenades. I was like,
use all of these.
I was like, I don't have anywhere to put these. So literally, like, I walked up to my platoon, and I was like, hey, who didn't buy smoke grenades? And they're like, bunch of dudes put their hands up, and I was like,
you just opened you get a smoke grenade.
I just started throwing smoke grenades out. I was like, you win, because I have nowhere to put these. The only ones I took were the 3 Mil X's that Tom gave me. Because Too Tall Tom is also sponsored by Enola Gay, and they gave him Mil X's with the spoon.
I want those so bad.
They're cool.
Yeah.
And like he gave me 3 of those, and I was like,
that and the new
Jesus.
gray ones.
Oh, dude, their gray smoke
is
looks
hot.
so cool.
Yeah, you can fire off another.
Like, and so like I was just like, which I would suggest for any event that allows you to carry disposable pyro. I would suggest a Milsim West Claymore bag.
Come on, get your job out. Made by Tactical Tailor.
Made by Tactical Tailor.
Best tactical island in the world.
www.tacticaltailor.com/Milsim West.
YouTube money.
YouTube money. Jose, I'm not gonna butcher your name. Sorry, man.
No, he tells you.
Luyando. Yeah, that's a whole sentence down. I would.
No, just go halfway down because the whole first sentence is just explaining his name.
Thanks
so start there.
People always say Lee on the first attempt, and then okay. Anyway, here's a question for you. Good call. In my local scene, I see a lot of players pushing to get some type of sponsorship because in a lot of people's heads, being sponsored equates to being a good player, which we know isn't the case. What do you feel are the traits that should be held in a sponsored player? All right, so that is a very loaded question.
This question got fired on a week that we've gotten a...
We have been inundated with, like, can I be sponsored questions? And, like, I'm going to be real honest with you, man. 3 minutes? Dude, we're going to let me air for a minute. No, you know what?
Burn. No, give him a simple, because
I'll
I'm
give
sure
him
a bunch
one.
of kids will ask after this.
Because here's what I'll do. I'll give him a simple question, a simple answer, and then what I'll do is we'll throw that up on my soapbox. That's what we'll do.
Which already happened, so
Which technically already happened from this, so no, we can put it at the after part.
Yeah, we will.
We'll put it after this.
This part didn't happen.
Okay, so basically, sponsorship shit. The first thing you need to realize is that if you want to be sponsored, you have to be able to give the company that you want to sponsor you something.
It's a working relationship.
It's a working relationship.
You're
You're not just getting free shit and just say, "Hey, I got this from Amped Airsoft." Like that's not what I want. I want you to have lots of YouTube views, a strong following. I want you to do weekly, if not twice a week, videos. I want you to rep the shit out of me.
We have to. You also have
basically 99% of people who come up to us who want a sponsorship will not be able to fulfill the requirements that I have for you to get a sponsorship. I'm sorry, it's just not.
There's a lot more to it.
It's a lot of work. Like
Airsoftology, Jonathan. He has a very good video on how difficult it was for him to get going to where he is now. Jet and Leah have talked about before. Like a lot of the people,
a lot of work.
I don't think people realize like how rough shit was for them when they first started getting going. Like, yeah, they were getting free guns.
And that's also how you can tell.
Stuff, but like,
you can tell a desperate retailer is by the quality of the people that they sponsor. Because there's a lot of really scrubby people that get sponsored.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be. And that's how you can tell that retailer is really desperate to get any kind of attention out there. If they just start throwing shit at people and be like, "Rep me, please, rep me, rep me, rep me." And
that, or they just have
we
so
don't
much
do
money
that.
They light it on fire.
Yeah, we don't do that. We look for high quality, and we look for people that we like. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
We look for people who question us. I think is the thing that confuses people a lot. We look for people who will give us good criticism.
They don't lie to us.
And by good, I don't mean your products are awesome. We want them to tell us: does this thing work in this? Does this thing suck? Does this thing?
A lot of our sponsored players.
Is there something we overlooked? That's
a lot of our sponsored players get stuff from us before it gets released to everyone else, and then they tell us if it's terrible.
Yeah,
that's what we look for. We
basically
basically use them as product testers more than anything.
That's the thing is like a lot of them I wouldn't even consider sponsored players per se. Like
they're just bros.
Like Brain Exploder, awesome dude.
Sponsored.
We carry a bunch of his products. We send him stuff because we know how thorough and fair he is on his reviews,
and we tell him not to lie to us.
Yeah, and he gives gives us great feedback.
What do you think of our nubs?
Go check his channel out, by the way. Like, dude just does crazy stuff. Like, I want all of the camera gear he's come up with. Like,
dude, that shoulder mount thing is
Yeah.
stupid cool. Like,
Yeah, if you want like all the Novrich like shoulder cameras and all the zoom cams and all stuff,
Brain
Brain
Exploder's-
Exploder makes all of them.
he's the dude to go to.
But yeah, it's a two-way road and it's a working relationship. And the easiest thing we can do is like all of our phone operators and our sales guys are always coming to us like, hey, I got these emails, dudes want sponsored, and we're like, the easiest thing we can tell people is we come to you.
Yep.
If we come to you, that means you have something that we see as beneficial to both of us. That's how it is. I mean, again, don't take it if we say no, if you do ask or some crap like that. Like,
yeah, I'm not trying to be a dick.
Yeah, like, it's just how it is. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that sounded harsher than it should have, but it's like, that's what it is.
Like, I don't...
You guys have to... I think the main thing is people don't realize how small this industry and this hobby is.
Profit margins on most products are not very good.
Yeah, like
we don't have a crap ton of extra money to just throw free shit at people.
Yeah. Like, we're just like any other small business. We do have to be methodical with stuff, but...
Calculated.
Yeah. Yes.
Very calculated.
Yeah. Nailed it.
There's some trust. You can literally all hit right here. Look, it dented the plate.
We'll figure it out.
Either way, like, we got some like new stuff.
Yes, we did.
So some stuff to talk about. Like, we got these here dual tank setups now for dudes who want to run really low pro dual tank setups. Really good on high efficiency systems. Like with a jack, for example, this is like 2,000 rounds worth of air in this tiny little thing.
Yep.
So, you know, we got that. We got this hilarious.
This showed up today.
That's-
Unexpected.
This was a fun little gift.
There should be a video on this soon. It's probably going to be very painful.
There'll be lots of swearing. Well, there'll be one. There'll be
It shoots rubber pellets.
So
43 cal.
1 gram, not 0.2 grams. 1 whole gram.
1 gram.
There'll probably be 2 videos. One that's just hilarious of us doing stupid things with it, and then one that's more professional.
We know which one you want to see. Yeah, but this is the Elite Force T4E. It's basically their kind of law enforcement military training rifle, as you can see by the blue designation. It's going to be fun.
That thing feels really nice, too. It's like, everything about it is nice.
Yeah, I got to play with the 416 edition from Vince at Elite Force at the Buffalo Battlegrounds thing. It's awesome. It's like 2 spec for a real one. It feels very good.
We also got these. These are pretty cool.
Spartan Village, what
Spartan Village hooked us up.
Is it upside down?
I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, we got these big ass glow in the dark patch panels. They're pretty cool.
These things are wicked glow in the dark too. Like the glow in the dark stuff is so bright that like in pitch black, if you're out in the sun, you can see all of it through the fabric. It's so bright.
Yeah,
I can't wait to rustle some Nod guys' jimmies by running around in the woods with this thing on me. Just like all the dudes trying to be sneaky next to me, and you just see this big thing running around.
Yeah, by the time this goes up, those should be online. Hopefully.
I already did all the pictures, so they should be good.
Yeah. But yeah.
Any other new things to talk about?
We'll be
when
this goes up a week from
we'll be at Volgrad.
Right now, we'll be at Volgrad in Southern Ohio.
Yep.
Seeing all of our booze. Can't wait.
See you guys there.
And then after that, you are in California for Clash on Steps.
Yeah, I'm going
Clash on the Steps.
I'm going to Washington for Clash on the Steps.
That's gonna be balling. 65 hours. He might
Cots.
die.
I'm gonna go for
His immersions will probably fail.
If you quit. Basically, what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna be walking around making fun of quitters. That's what I'm just gonna be like, why'd you even show up?
Can you at least turn your GoPro on for that?
If I remember to charge it.
Yeah.
That's why you never see me in footage, because I am the worst at like remembering to push buttons or charge cameras. He
So
mocks
like
me.
at MSATO, I remember like, oh, I should turn Anthony's camera on.
It's dead. I'm just like, sorry. That's why I'm never in them.
I used to be real anal about all the media gear, and I would like the night before like have my computer at the hotel, like all the memory cards are cleared and all the batteries, and now I'm just like, That'd be good.
Whatever. Like we'll
Maybe I'll
smash.
start getting better at that.
Oh, you guys will probably get to see the hilarious new MSATO video after this has been released.
That'll be up.
Or before this, probably.
That will be up now.
As we're
in
recording this
Wednesday,
right
so
now.
It's already up and you already saw it, hopefully.
It's pretty hilarious. The Shrikening!
What else we got in June? We
Um,
haven't gotten that far.
No, we haven't. I mean, I'm going to be gone up until the middle of June, late June. Because once I go to Clash, I'm also going to go on vacation. So I'll be gone for a little while.
Yeah, we'll give you guys updates closer to as summer gets going. Season's starting, so make sure you get all your purchases in.
Yeah, man.
Because I'm sure all your stuff broke while it was sitting there over winter.
Yeah, it's airsoft guns. They all break on their own.
They break when you look at them wrong.
This is like this guy looks really cool. It's all right. I can't seem to figure out the gremlins in it.
It happens.
It happens. But anyways,
Yeah.
don't forget to take your questions, put them down below in the doobly-doo. We appreciate you guys watching and hanging out and listening to our stupid opinions on stupid things.
Nowhere in real life does this work.
Like, we're so dumb, and I don't know why you want to listen to me. But, like, either way, thanks for stopping in. Like I said, put them down below in the doobly-doo.
Yep.
It's been my battle buddy,
Matt.
This is Anthony. See you guys later. Bye-bye. New things. Look. Well, not new things on here, but new setup. Studio 2.
Oh.
Now we have 2 studios.
Oh,
Isn't that cool?
failure. Go.
Oh,
The
you're
follower,
dead.
don't break it.
You're dead. You're so dead. Pew pew.